Asserting Yourself Effectively. He'll be speaking for 10 to 15 minutes. This is a role play with specific required sections per the manual, so I'll read you the 4 sections. Present on asserting yourself, 45 minutes. Describe the scene of the role play, 1 minute. Enact the role play, 3 to 5 minutes. Conclude with informal feedback with partner and audience, 2 to 3 minutes. So 10 to 14 minutes in all. The title of his speech is Going for Gold. And when I asked him the fun question about the Super Bowl, he responded, Lady Gaga's halftime show and the 2 catches. One for Atlanta by Julio Jones and the other by Patriots' Julian Edelman. Both amazing athletic feats of concentration and ability. And in fact, so was Lady Gaga. So with that, please welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. On this rainy night, you're all bonzer! Bonzer for being here. Aren't you bonzer? Come on, you're feeling bonzer! Right? All right, cool. Who has ever had a person or an event that just totally pissed you off? Anybody? Never? Anybody want to share? Like, what was the thing?
Oh, there's so many of them.
Oh, well, just give me one. Okay, you have one?
My boss comes to mind.
Your boss? And just whatever. Anybody else have one?
Person talking on the phone when I was in the
Talking
train.
on the phone on the train.
People complaining.
Complaint. So we've all had this. It's part of life, right? But one of the hardest things in terms of being able to communicate is how do you assert yourself effectively to switch that around. Because after all, I mean, we kind of have certain reactions that we do, right? You could ignore the thing, you could take care of it yourself, or you could totally freak out and lose it, right? So what are just some examples of that? So ignore the thing. So the train, there's all these people talking loud and you just want to catch some Z's or read or concentrate or do something. Maybe you just say, okay, I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to just put on my headphones, raise up my volume, do whatever I can do and just somehow ignore it. Take care of it yourself. Maybe your partner or maybe your son or daughter, they leave the milk out on the counter all the time. And you're like, you just take the milk and put it away in the refrigerator and just ignore it. Lose it. Airlines. Happens all the time. And you see somebody in front of you on the line and they're just totally, I mean, they're just freaking out. Their hair's on fire and the person behind the counter just going, and they're just, and if I'm the next person, I'm like, yes. Because odds are, by the time I get up there, and I'm nice, and I'm smiling, and I'm saying, wow, this must be something, I mean, I'm going to get whatever I need. But the point is, that other person, they totally didn't get anything that they needed because of how they were reacting. So what are the things that you need to do to assert yourself? Well, one is, react immediately. Don't let time go by to where things are bubbling up inside of you, to where you're feeling like it's just going to be like Volcano City, right? Have that reaction and state to the person, here's what's going on. Why does it have to be this way? What's happening? Share your feelings. This thing that's happening, here's what it's doing to me. Here's what's going on. Come up with a solution. Have a solution. I mean, why should the person or the event that's creating this have all the say? Propose the solution that you're trying to make this conversation go towards. Propose a solution. And then share what the consequence might be. What's the consequence of if we move from this thing to this path that I'm suggesting, what happens? What takes place? So does that seem easy enough to do? Is that something that would be bonzer if you could put that into implementation? That'd be pretty cool, right? But it's very difficult for us to do it, and here's why. Here's the key to this whole thing. The issue that's happening, it's not the painter that you hired that keeps dribbling on your doorknob and the front steps, and every time you come home at night you go like this and there's the paint. It's not their issue. It's your issue. It's your issue. Because once you own it, you recognize that it's your issue, then you can follow the steps. But if right away you get on the phone and you go, Enzo, how many times have I told you about that paint? What's Enzo doing on the other side? He's flipping another bud. I mean, he's on his 8th bud. Yeah, right. Okay, get off the phone. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Clean it up. Was there football? I mean, seriously, they don't. It's not. But once you own it, say, Enzo, I need to speak with you tomorrow. When are you coming here? I'll wait to go to work. I need to have a conversation with you. We'll just take a few minutes, and then follow the steps. Is that something we could all try to implement? Like maybe starting tonight? Maybe starting tomorrow? Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to have a little role play. I have someone from in here that's decided to be my neighbor. This is all we've discussed, so I'm sharing with you. Everything else you're going to see is going to be happening right here. My neighbor has been borrowing a lot of different things, and they never seem to come back to me. And it's time for me to bring it up, because just recently I was looking for like 4 of these things, and I couldn't find them anywhere. And the house was locked up, and I kind of needed to use them, and I couldn't get in there. So we're going to come up and do a role play, 2 neighbors having that conversation. So who did we say was going to be the role play? Aditya. Hey Aditya, thanks for having me over.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's so wet out.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Hey, that Super Bowl party that you and Pam put together, that was so cool. Thanks for having us over.
Oh, no problem. My
Yeah.
pleasure. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, it was great. The food was delicious. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
So I know you just got home from work and everything, and me too. And it's just it's something I just wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
When I was going out to the garage to get our coats, and when we were leaving, I happened to see all this stuff that you had actually borrowed from me over the last few months. There was the chainsaw, there was the lawn aerator, there was the sledgehammer, there was the cedar.
I thought I have returned you most of the stuff.
No, well, if you want, we can walk out to the garage and take a look. But I just wanted to talk to you about it because it's just because I leave my stuff open.
I do remember I have some stuff in my house.
Yeah, it's
I
all
just
good.
recall. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, I leave my garage open, and then I've told you, you can go in there whenever you want and borrow things. But the thing is, you lock everything up, and then when I need it, if you don't return it, I can't get to it.
I'm confused because I always return your stuff.
Maybe we need to walk out to the garage. I mean,
There are a couple of things I do remember, but I thought only last time I have given you a sledgehammer back.
we can go out there. It actually has my name on the
You're saying
handle.
none of your stuff got returned?
No. Just the few items that
Yeah,
it's like a dozen of them.
but the
It's
way
like
it's
the
charged
whole-
off is like as if I'm stealing all your
No,
stuff.
it's not you're not stealing it. It's just you're borrowing it, and then you're probably busy with the soccer and the kids and doing different stuff. And it just never seems to come back to my house. And the thing is, if you leave your garage door open, if you don't mind, I can just go and get it. It's no big deal. But you guys lock it all up, and I can't.
I don't know. I don't want some stranger in my garage.
I'm your neighbor.
That doesn't matter. All this stuff is gone from my garage,
Right.
right?
I understand.
That's not. That doesn't work.
Absolutely. You're
No,
right.
I have expensive stuff in my garage too.
I understand.
My BMW is sitting.
That's a nice BMW.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I still have that minivan. Even though my
You can
kids
take
are like-
pictures with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Not right now, but maybe later.
Like the aerator, the sledgehammer,
Maybe later.
the chainsaw, like all of my stuff, like around the car and take pictures of me.
Yeah, maybe. I'll think about it.
So here's the thing. What I'm going to ask you is this: if we could, because again, we're neighbors, we had a great Super Bowl party. Is it possible for us to kind of gather this stuff up? We could discuss, who's is whose, because I don't want to take anything without you being there. And then as you want to borrow things, just if you could you just like bring it back and you didn't use it? Would that be okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Because and even if you have, like I know a couple of trees fell down last year and I helped you with them,
Yeah.
If anything happens, you need an extra pair of hands, I come in and I help you out. I mean, does that sound good to you?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
You know, I want us to be good neighbors.
Yeah, yeah, but opening the garage is definitely not the
That's
solution.
fine. So you think it's alright if you borrow something, just when you're done using it, if you just kind of bring it back?
Most of the times I do give it back, but I apologize that a few things are still stuck in my garage.
Yeah.
Just things get busy.
Yeah, I understand. I've been there, I understand. That would be great.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
worries.
much. Cool.
My pleasure.
Great. Excellent. Alright, so let's hang loose. So what we have is an informal feedback, where you could ask us questions, but first I wanted to interact with my partner. So how was that interaction with you? Did you feel like I was coming at you? Did you feel like it was good or comfortable? Like, what did you feel like?
In the beginning, you started off saying, like, you have all my stuff. So that was like, oh, am I stealing all this stuff? Kind of thing. Instead of that, I know you've written most of the stuff, but there are some stuff that you haven't written.
Right.
That wouldn't make me so much defensive.
Right. So how did we overcome that?
But over time, I think, other than that, it was very funny in the first place.
Yeah.
When you said the BMW and the
See pictures.
take pictures with all your tools, that was pretty hilarious. So,
Okay.
but after that, I think it was you were helping me to figure out a solution to address this problem going forward. So that was a good thing. So I was more receptive.
So in the beginning, kind of like coming on a little bit too strong.
Too strong, and
That's where
then
you're like,
later,
"Whoa, what's this?"
wait, what's this? And then later on, you were like, I'm gonna help you with it, and you also reminded me how you helped me cutting the trees and everything. So that was good.
Any questions or feedback? Yes.
Somehow you managed to end up on that side of the room. It's like
Well, it's a very small entryway to the house over here, so.
you kept moving towards him and he kept moving back.
Well, the BMW's parked over here.
Maybe you've been a bit too aggressive.
I think because Suzanne has the things on, we figured if we needed help, she was the police. So we were probably over near her.
And I couldn't see either of the faces.
Right.
Was that all right? Because we were blocking?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other feedback or thoughts?
It just seemed, it seemed initially kind of like, well, I wasn't quite sure where, Addie was saying, oh, I think I've returned. It did seem a little, I agree, it did seem unclear. It seemed like everything he borrowed had not been returned, and maybe it came across as a little like, and the, oh yes, I've been there and all that seemed like, maybe there was more to it than that. And you're in, yeah. But then again, you're smoothing it over too, which I thought was really good.
Sure. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I like how you met his resistance, because he was first like, no way you're coming into my open garage, I'm not leaving it open. And it's about negotiating, something that will work for both of you, and I think you handled that really well.
The first point you mentioned about seeing things differently, like the scenario you mentioned, reminded me of something from Stephen Covey, where he's on below the 7 habits of highly effective people, where he's on a subway, the LIRR, and was talking about how there's someone who seemed kind of absent-minded, and the kids were kind of doing something, and when he mentioned, it's kind of like it's bothering a little bit, and he said, oh, their mother just passed on, which totally changed the entire thing, like 180 degrees. Oh, geez, may I
Sure.
assist? So it was great.
I'm thinking in this case, the resistance went away. What if there was a situation that stuck on to the point that was absolutely my thing, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. What would you do with it?
Actually, according to the manual, their suggestion is to continue the thread and just keep repeating it, and maybe use different languaging or different emotional and kind of, it doesn't say it, but like wear the person down to get at your point, like maybe for whatever reason they're just not hearing you. So that's their suggestion. I mean, for me, it's just to bring in different emotions. This is all about emotions. So I intentionally started out kind of strong and then eased it off. It's all about, negotiation is an emotional kind of thing. So you have to connect in some way, shape, or form, and then get emotions involved. In theory, nice emotions.
Actually, Adish, do you think it's really help you to return the tool after you borrow it? I'm just
Right, when he said he's going to
yes,
help me
I
out.
just want to know the effectiveness. Do you think that kind of conversation really?
Right,
helps?
absolutely. When he said he's going to help me out, figure out what tools belong to him, and also when he reminded me that he helped me cut the trees, that's when I was receptive to his idea.
Okay, great, thank you.
So if we can have a hand for Aditya for him.
All right, great job, guys. You know the drill. Please evaluate Mitch on his speech today. So once again, this was all about asserting yourself effectively. So how do you explain the principle